What are the basic amenities human being need? I'm asking. What are the basic amenities human being need? What are the basic amenities human being need? I'm asking. Water. So basic amenities are food, shelter, water. These are the basic amenities. But in the modern days, but in the not in the modern days, in the society itself, in the society, in the whole world itself, even some people, they have been not able to afford for the those basic amenities, those basic amenities. They have been not able to afford for those basic amenities. Why is that? Because due to the poverty. Because due to the poverty. So today we are going to study regarding the poverty and hunger. Poverty and hunger. So I think you are knowing the meaning regarding the poverty. You are knowing the meaning regarding the poverty. So poverty, meaning of poverty. So the person who is been not able to afford for the food. So they are being called as the poor, or they come under the poverty line. They come under the poverty line. So poverty has been found both in the urban and in the rural areas. Not only in India, all over the world, poverty is there. So that is the reason whole world is being divided into three types of countries: developed, developing, and underdeveloped. Especially in the underdeveloped countries, poverty is more. Especially in the underdeveloped countries, poverty is more. So who are the poor? So we will now just will think about the India itself. Who are the poor? So I just answered poor. Those are in the urban areas and in the rural areas. In both the areas, poor are there. Who are the poor in urban areas? Those who live in the slum. Those who live in the slum. Those who go for the work, not a government or in the private company or the corporate sector. Those who go for the daily wages work. Those who go for the work in the some factories or in for some houses, especially in some houses, they come under the poverty line in the urban areas. In the rural areas, those who work, those who are not having a land itself, those who go for the work doing the others' house, so they come under the poverty line. Especially now in the ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಚ್ಚು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಸಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಬಡವರು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕೂಲಿ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ವಂತ ಜಮೀನಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಪೇಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬೇರೆ ಮನೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟೋ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬಡವರು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So people, those are not able to earn the sufficient income or their livelihood, they are being called as the poor. They are being called as the poor. Those who suffer from illness, lack of education, training, skill, their chances of employment are few. The job there will be temporary job, the income will be low, all they are being called as the poor. So no need to say regarding the poverty, no need to say regarding the poverty, no need to who are the poor, no need to say, because you are knowing, somewhat, not fully, but somewhat you are knowing who are the poor. Who are the poor? Poor people. So poor people live in the huts, or in the other word we have to say means in kacha house. So walls are of the mud, roofs are of the coconut leaves or other leaves or grass. They may be living in a small tents, huts made with the sheets on the roadside, under the tree, etc., etc. The areas in the cities where the such are being called as the slums. In the cities, such areas they are being called as the slums, especially the poor, they live in the slums in the areas. The condition the condition in which the people are deprived of their fundamental needs like food, clothes, shelter, education, health. Those who can't afford and those who can't earn these things, they are being called as the poor. They are being called as the poor. How to identify the poor? How to identify the poverty measures? So we need a specific yardstick. Before independence itself, Dadabhai and Nauroji, before independence, Dadabhai and Nauroji used the concept poverty line to identify the poor. After independence also, the poverty line has been measured by the certain yardstick. The estimated minimum level of income to secure the basic necessities or basic amenities, or those who can't afford for the basic amenities, they are being called as the poor. Before independence, after independence, they are being called as the poor. So here, C. Rangarajan Committee, it has been said, and the in 2005, Suresh Tendulkar Committee adopted the monthly per capita expenditure MPCE on education, health, electricity, and the transport along with the food to determine the poverty line. Means monthly, one family, how much it has, how much expenditure it is. So that has been brought in the yardstick. So afterwards, who can't afford for that yardstick, they are being considered as the poor. They are being considered as the poor. So here, some are there. So expenditure in the rural level. So per day, 32 rupees one has to spend. In the urban areas, he has to spend 47 rupees. Those who can't able to spend that amount, so they are being considered as the poor. When it is a yardstick to measure the poverty. It is a yardstick to measure the poverty. In Archi Kannada, survey ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು yardstick ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Poverty ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡುವ. So at the international level, the World Bank identified the person who is unable to spend $1.25 of daily consumption as being below poverty line. According to the criterion, nearly 41% of people are poor in India presently. According to the criterion, 41% of people are poor in India. So it may be less or it may be more. It will be less itself. Why it is less at the present situation, and in this 21st century, normally at the present situation, each and everybody, so they are getting 2 meals sufficient. 2 meals sufficient. But earlier it was, so they were not able to afford for those 2 meals also earlier. But now it's not like that. Even the government has been providing the facilities like midday meals, Anna Bhagya Yojana, etc. are being given by the government itself. So they are being, as per the my knowledge, they are selling the rice. Whatever the rice they get from the ration, they are selling that rice nowadays. Not all, some. Not all, but some. So extent of poverty in India. 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 Extent of poverty line in India. Using the definition of poverty line is been given by the committees and the data on consumer expenditure generation by the National Sample Survey Organization. By using the definition, the poverty line has been given by the committees and the data. And the consumer expenditure generated by the NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. National Sample Survey Organization. The number and the percentage of the people below poverty line has been estimated by the National Sample Survey Organization. So here they have been given in the figure diagram, it has been in the textbook. So the poverty ratio has declined from about 46%. From about 46%. Poverty ratio has been declined from 46% in 1983 to about the 20% from 2009 to from 1983 to 2009 to 10. The poverty ratio has been declined. Poverty ratio has been declined. The decline in the poverty ratio is seen both in the rural and in the urban areas. Rural and in the urban areas. So you have estimated next. It is estimated that the total number of poor has declined from 3,213 lakh in 1973 and 74 to 3,017 lakhs by 2004 and 6. By 2004 and 6. So it has been declined. If you calculate in 2020, also it has been declined. Thus, absolute number of poor is very high. So till now we have been saying 30 crores of poor are there. 30 crores of poor are in India. Rural people account of 73% of the total poor, but the notice while the rural people has come down, that has the urban has been increased. So rural people has been come down, urban has been increased. Why urban has been increased? All of them, they are going towards the cities. Quite naturally, there will be increase in the poverty line in the urban areas. So next, the important concept, just listen to me now. Causes of poverty in India. Causes of poverty. Causes of poverty in India. So important question. So question may come for the examination. Just listen to me. Causes of poverty in India. So poverty in India is due to the interaction of many factors: historical, economic, social, political. However, the major reasons which contribute for the poverty in India are rapid increase in population, low level and growth of national income, rise in the price level, unemployment, capital deficiency. So these are the major causes for the poverty in India. Question may come for the examination. Take it as a homework. What are the causes of poverty in India? What are the causes of poverty in India? So it's a homework. What are the causes of poverty in India? So first, rapid increase in population. So in the population, we stand second. It has been said that by 2025, so we will be in the first place by beating China. So that is one of the major problems. Rapid increase in the population is one of the major problems for the poverty in India. Next, low level and growth of national income due to the general underdevelopment on the one hand and the rapid rise in the population on the other. The per capita income has been remained at the lower level. So still now we are in the developing country. The per capita income is same. It has been not increased. The standard of living has been increased compared to the past. But due to the rapid increase in the population, the per capita income is at the low level. And this is created the various circle of poverty of low income, low savings, low investment, low productivity, low income growth. Thus has kept the people in the poverty. Next, rise in the price level day by day. The prices of the commodities, goods has been increased. It has been increasing day by day. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಕಿನ ಬೆಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಬೆಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು It is the main thing. So rise in the price level. Continuously rising price have reduced the people's purchasing power, especially for those whose income is lower. Unemployment, another major problem for the poverty. Unemployment, inability of the development process to gainfully absorb the working population is another reason for the poverty. So they have been educated, but they are not getting a proper job. It is a major reason for the unemployment. So next, capital deficiency. The low income and low saving yards. So saving yards in the less money for the investment for the growth of the country. Hence, there has been low and slow capital formation, resulting in the low productivity and income earning capacity. So these are the major causes for the poverty in India. So it's a homework and it's an important question also. Major causes for the poverty in India. So next, whatever the concept is there, whatever the concept I'll be saying, so just it is a highlight. No need to go in depth. Just it is a highlight. Just go on. I will be explaining. Just listen. No need to go in depth. So next comes the hunger and the food security. Hunger and the food security. Hunger and the food. The main factors of the poverty are hunger and the penury. Penury means nothing but the those who has been poor is been called as penury. The poor families do not get food easily, or adequately. They don't have the means to buy the food, or that they don't have the means of income to buy the food. So they face the insecurity. India as a whole faces serious hunger problem. In order to measure the extent hunger, the International Food Policy IFPRI calculates the country-wise hunger index and publishes the annual publication. So in the GHI, So GHI means Global Hunger Index. It's the international organization. Global Hunger Index. So here undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, and child poverty also comes in. So as per the 2015 GHI, Global Hunger Index, 1 out of every 7 people in the world goes to bed without food. As per the GHI, according to 2015, in the 7 members, 1 member goes to bed without food. India's hunger index is 29 and is put in a serious category. It ranks in the 50th among the calculates in the list of the 128 countries. In the 128 countries, India stands at the 50th. So it's in the serious category. According to the recent National Family Health Survey, around 79% of children and 58% of pregnant women suffer from anemia in India. So one in every 2 children and 1 woman among the 3 women are underweight. 42% of the world's underweight children are in India. 42% of the world's underweight children are in India itself. Anemia and underweight are the result of the hunger. Why anemia and underweight is there? Because they are not getting a sufficient food. They are not getting a sufficient and nutritious food. Children as well as the pregnant women. So government has been bringing many schemes, but still the poverty is lagging in our country. So next comes the food security. Every person should be assumed the minimum amount of food at an affordable price, and it should be supplied near where he stays. Thus ensures of food security. Providing food security, it is an affirmative step to improve the quality of the life of the people. So food security refers to the system which ensures the provision of food all times to everyone in the country. Food security. So providing sufficient food to all the people in the country, increasing the purchasing power of the poor, removing the other hindrances for the poor while accessing absorbing the food. The food security system consists of 2 aspects. The food security system consists of 2 aspects. In 2 types, the food security has been done in India. And 2 types. buffer stock, public distribution. Public distribution system. So in short form, it is also been called as PDS. So what means the buffer stock? The government purchases the food grains from the farmers at the minimum support price. So minimum support price. So who purchases it? FCI. Who purchases it? FCI. So who purchases it? FCI. FCI. So FCI was established in 1965 for purchasing of food grains, and construct gardens for the scientific gardens to store the food. So government purchases the food grains from the farmers. It stores in one particular place. A scientific gardens are constructed. It stores there and it releases the food. So this has been called as the buffer stock. So this buffer stock, how it is been supplied to the people through PDS, public distribution system. Public distribution system is very ration and so that is the ration and public PDS, public distribution system. So government stores goods, stores food grains, and through PDS it is being provided to the people. So the food grains which have been stored by the FCI, they have been distributed through the PDS. So how through the PDS? Fair price shop, ration and ration, fair price shop. So here, how anybody can go and get the product in the fair price shop? No. So there are the cards are there, APL card, BPL card, and Antyodaya card is there. 3 types of cards are there. So by giving those three types of cards, government, especially for the BPL card, below poverty line. BPL card below poverty line. So that has been provided below poverty line. Card is been provided. APL card has been there, and Antyodaya Anna Yojana scheme by implementing under this scheme. Very poor means below poverty line. Adrikinta below poverty line kinta badore irtare avrige Antyodaya card anta kodtare at the lower price. At the fair price, it has been provided. And next, Annabhagya Yojana, one of the scheme of the Siddaramaiah, at ₹1, 30 kgs of rice has been provided. So now it is completely free itself. Now it is completely free itself. Ration card, ration bartara, pukkat ration toltara, kara lakki mane bartara. So you nam destal bodu. Alva, idu bere agalla. Nane kannara noduvanta situation. ರೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಬಡವರು BPL ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಏನೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಂದು ಕಾರ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮನೆಗೆ. ಇವರು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಡವರು. ನೈಜವಾಗಿ ಬಡವರು ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ತಲುಪ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಬಡವರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪ್ತಾರೆ. So according to PDS, the government has been implemented the Integrated Child Development Service, ICDS. Integrated Child Development Services. Especially giving midday meals is one of the main schemes there. Giving midday meals, nutrition food, giving milk. ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಶಾಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಗನವಾಡಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಿಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಮೊಟ್ಟೆಯಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಸುಮಾರು ಇದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂತಾರೋ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೋ ಕಡೆಗೆ. So these are some of the schemes especially brought for the child. So next, poverty elevation programs. So here, how the poverty we can remove? First and foremost, economic development measures are there. First of all, what is it? Economic development measures are there. Next, implementation of poverty eradication program, self-employment program. So next, wages employment program. Next, third, provision of minimum basic amenities. And next, social security measure. So here in the poverty evaluation program, economic development measure. So economic development measurements here, giving employment is the major. Giving employment to the people. Giving employment to the people. The plan has been aimed for the overall growth of the people. So implementation of poverty eradication program. So self-employment program. Many self-employment programs have been brought by the government, giving loans at the low rate of interest, giving other facilities to set up his own business. So here in the self-employment program, the Integrated Rural Development Program, IRDP, implemented in 1980. Remember this, IRDP has been implemented in 1980, the Integrated Rural Development Program. Next, the Swarna Jayanti Gram Swaraj Yojana, SGY, implemented in the year 1999. Swarna Jayanti Shahri Rozgar Yojana, SSRY, implemented in the 1997. National Rural Livelihood Mission, NRLM, also called Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, implemented in the since 2001. ಈ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಯೋಜನೆ, ಅನ್ನ ಯೋಜನೆ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಏನನ್ನ ಬಡತನವನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಬಡವರನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಬಡತನವನ್ನು ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. To remove the poverty from India. So wages employment program, minimum wages should be given. Minimum wages should be given by the government. Minimum wages should be given by the government. So here, minimum wages, since it has been said in 2006, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. So all have been given a job cards, and a minimum wages was been fixed by the government itself. That minimum wages should be given for them. So it was been directly 100 days work should be given to them. 100 days work, compulsory 100 days work. If there is no work, the wages would directly go to their account. So this was especially in the rural areas. Next, provision of the minimum basic amenities. So many measures have been taken to provide the basic requirement for the rural people, like food, shelter, education, drinking water, hygienic, etc. And for improve the quality of the area, like the minimum needs program, MNP, minimum needs program. MNP was been launched in the year 94 and 75. Food grains have been distributed to the poor people through the fair price shop. Health insurance is being provided to the people by the Yashaswini scheme. Yashaswini Yojana, especially Yashaswini scheme. Houses have been constructed for the poor under the Indira Awas Yojana and Valmiki Ambedkar Awas Yojana. Pure drinking water is being provided to the household. Toilets have been constructed. Under the Nirmal Gram program. In the 2000, Pradhan Mantri Gram Udyog Yojana, PMGY, was implemented, under which the rural poor are being provided primary education, primary health care, shelter, drinking water, rural lights, and other services. So next, social security measures. Social security measures are also being used. For example, the protection that the government provides to the helpless, aged, handicapped, among the very poor people are called social security. So here, old people, they get the allowance. Vradhyapa, old people are also Vradhyapa scheme anತಾರೆ. Or a particular duty sigate. Next, Sandhya Suriksha Yojana. Handicapped people get the handicapped and helpless people get the incapable of the means. They get the certain money. Even the widows, they get the certain money. So it has been called as the pension scheme. In this manner, the government is trying to bring poor people above the poverty limits. In this way, the government is trying to bring the poor people from the poverty line. So they are below poverty line. Government is trying to bring above poverty line. Above poverty line. So these are the some of the schemes brought by the government. These are the some of the schemes brought by the government, especially in the rural areas. So in this lesson, just listen to me. Your whole lesson, I have been given a glance of the whole lesson, but here, whole lesson is not important. Especially for this year, whole lesson is not important. Here, till the PDS, that's important. Till PDS, it's important. Next here, the self implementation of poverty eradication programs are there. So that the integrated rural development IRDP. So all those are important. All those are important. All those are important. Rest, whatever I have been said, ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಾಕ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ. ಬಾಡಿ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಆಗೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಾಕು. If any doubts are there, anything is there, you can make clear with me. If any doubts or anything there, you can make clear. So Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
So here, this lesson, the whole lesson is not there for the this year. So somewhat they have been reduced, but I have been given a glimpse because somewhat some extra knowledge is there in this lesson, especially the government schemes are there. So whatever I have been said, only that much is enough. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
If anything is there, you can call me or message me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Purna Chandra.
Yes, sir.
So hope I think no doubt. So
No
if you
doubt,
want
sir.
to know one thing for all of them, I say once go through the textbook. ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೆಸನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಓದಿ ಸಾಕು. ಆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಓದಿ ಸಾಕು. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನೇನು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆನಪಿರ್ತದೆ. If there is any doubts or anything, so you can ask me. Understood? If there you are having any doubt or anything, you can ask me. But whatever the important I have been said, only those are important there. Whatever the I have been focused, only they are important. So better, it's better if you go through the lesson, take a pencil in your hand, go through the lesson. So it will be easy to solve the question answers, or it will be easy to remember those things, the important things. It's the best way. So any doubts or anything you can call me or message me. So I'll end the meeting now.